welcome back everyone. Here we are through step 6 on our Magicspell library. Got our door, well I guess it is doorway too, it's got the frame around it, built, and then one side, all our boards are installed, speakers and everything. I didn't even notice this till last night. After I got off here, there's the USB, so we can plug it in and take a little preview. These, and the springs up here evidently switches, so that was, see the lights came on there, and I think maybe this, I gotta do that. I haven't figured out all the controls yet. Okay, that was off. Well, maybe it was off. I got the screen to come on a minute ago. What was that side? But what is this one? I was tapping on everything and it wouldn't. Okay, so that's definitely switch. Okay, that. But anyway, it's just a couple little flames, images of flames on either side there. So, oh well, it looked pretty cool. I hope I didn't break it, but that's what that will show on there eventually. But in the meantime, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how to hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a little bit of fun. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models and enjoying ourselves. If you see any kits or builds or sets or anything you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on my list. I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. That being said, we're ready to jump into step 7 here. So actually, let me get the side in the way. We are okay. So we got a little bit of our accordion bit here, and okay, mode switch is what that says. So maybe that's something to do with all that stuff over here. We got, so that's just going across the top, and this is the back, the back side, E5. Okay, so this must be our battery compartment 2. That's where that goes. That, then the plain one on here, and our decorative one on top of that one. Okay, so we got our switch turner thing with here. Let's see if I. Oh yeah, I'm crooked there. Let me just do a little. Still not. Okay, there it went. I think. Having some. It was all crooked, but I think this is gonna be on the outside, so it's gonna. That's our switch to operate with. Okay, I still got all these switches. What are these? Okay, I found them. They're on here too. There. Let me go up here. Let's see here. Okay. This one goes on the next batch. I used to like the diagram pictures. Maybe all the trouble I've had the last couple of days. Maybe I should go back to like wanting the real photos on it again. Okay, that. Now this guy, like I said, this is our back. This, yeah, that sort of looks like paper pages rather. So that goes on there. So that's got that situation like so. Now we bring our this guy back in, and we run. Says 6 LEDs. Goes through here. Go. Actually, I think it goes looks like it goes, maybe, looks like it's good. I'm not sure it'll fit through there. Let's find out. Okay, yeah, through there. I think that's right. And out here. Oh, actually looks like maybe against that back wall. That's where that's supposed to go. Should still, that would make more sense to not have it right next to our USB plug. There's tight quarters there. Back the other way first. There we go. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. That seems reasonable. Our toggle switch. They don't mention it this time, but I just did see the this going there. I'm not sure I don't think that'll fit through that. Hold on. Yeah, they're not mentioning that yet, but they are talking about our two LEDs. And the one with two goes through this hole, but it has got the picture of the wire there. But now I know the trick. Go backwards first. Wrap it around that other cord to get it all tangled up real good. Flip you upside down. Okay. Shouldn't be this much trouble. Wire on the top, nice and flat. Hopefully, can't seem to get a hold of it. Okay, got it. Okay, like I said, that's going to go through there. Okay, and it's not mentioned in the toggle switch yet. But that looks like where that's this guy. What's it? Maybe I was supposed to do that. Okay, yeah, toggle switch is supposed to go on before I did all that other stuff. That makes a little sense too. I believe I'm gonna let the toggle switch go over the top though, because it is too thick to fit through that slot on the bottom. This just goes in. I see what they're doing here. Get this thing. Get one of them to come out. There it goes. All my grip strength to test here. Get that one just a little bit loose. In there, slide you under, alright, and lock you back in place over here. Oh, there were more issues with their glue here, let's see. See, they went a little thick with the glue on both sides of the switch here, so see if I can trim it. Always going away from the wires. So that's no. And as always, I don't mention this very often. If I ever do cut myself, I won't show it. I'm just, I suddenly have a band-aid on. Okay. And we'll be over here too. Okay. Hopefully that's enough. I'll try that again. Maybe the easy way. Or not. There we go. Yeah, it's a real tight fit on there, which makes sense because you want that to be, it's not going to go anywhere. Now, back in there. Yeah, see, I'm just gonna put these in here for the moment because I'm gonna be pushing down on it, so I don't want to do that when those wires and have it all wobbly. Okay. This guy. Okay, so evidently the whole back lifts up. I was thinking about this being the front. That whole panel's gonna be lifting up. Got only because that's the only anchors we got. Okay. Okay. I'm picking it slowly but surely. Sideways, make sure we're good. Yeah. Very snug. Okay, there we go. Go. So there's our switch in operation there. It's locked. That opens up. All right. But now this. Where's that one at? Okay, I'm using it to secure those wires after we get our LED through there. Go out the back with a side or something. I'm not sure what that is yet. It's going to be sideways on that one. Tight quarters. And just lock that other one in place. Okay. Alright. That one. A little snug, make sure to get clearance here. This one's going to be down in here. Okay. That was a lot of work. But progress has been made. Okay. Get that out of the way. Now, that's step 7. On to 8. Book cover. Okay, this is our interior. So this goes in. I'm sure it's facing the middle here. They're saying wrap it around this first. Now it goes on. They said this was a sensor. Maybe there says something in that magic wand there. Okay, but supposedly we got our tabs there, down there. Should be enough flexibility to get them around her on one side and then the other, maybe. Okay, that side worked. Did I just put it on? No. Scared I put it on upside down. No, because those wouldn't. It's not fitting. Those are the wrong. Oh, maybe I gotta come. No. Tabs are all wrong. That little tab over here in the big slot. It is upside down. Okay. Well, that's a nightmare. Bad enough getting these things on, I don't want to take them off. Okay. Line up any better up here. But that's upside down, isn't it? Yeah, it's gotta be the top because yeah, that's where all our wiring and everything is. Yeah, these are not fitting on those. Didn't have much wiggle room on it. What? How deep? That's a good gauge. Let's find. Maybe it will go. Let's see. Put the bottom on first. See how that goes. No, that's not. Okay, I've got this panel upside down. There it is, written right on there. Okay. That might be the problem. Let's see here. Not much. Okay, so that's, yeah. So, that out. Let's flip all these guys. Okay. Got the speaker grill over there, so I think I had this on backwards anyway. Whoops, kind of a guide. Alright, that's everything's back, hopefully That'll solve our issues. It should. Take as many opportunities as I can to break the accordion bits, of course. A little. There we go. I was not paying enough attention to all the details on this one. I've been slacking off. Okay. Now that in place. Now our cover should be okay. Painted this gray because I had it backwards. So I didn't paint these. Okay, so let me touch up down here. Definitely not taking it apart again. Sort of blend it in. Brown has not been working very good lately. So I think the fine side is working. If it'll it's a little better. I must have used up all the brown on something because it is really come out paper thin. I don't think it's loose in there. Oh, darn! I just remembered. I bought brown. Duh. Hadn't even been that long. That's about a good shade of brown for this too. Okay. Not used to having real paint on hand. Now, yeah. Let's save those guys for last. Get the interior ones first. All right. Top. Got a little bit off on me, but that's still, yeah, it blended in pretty good. That's nice. Got all our respective tabs and everything in place. Nice. And I think, oh darn, there was a note on here about plugging in the USB-C too before I did all that. Up there. Let's see here. Can I reach that access point? Way on up there. Gonna give it a try. I don't think I will with this though. No, gonna have to come back off. One step forward and two steps back seems to be the memo for this build. Let's do the top section. On let me get away with that? Probably not. Okay. Snug fit. Okay, there we go. I'm assuming we're just going to store that in there for the time being until we actually plug it into our battery bank or whatever we end up using it for it. Okay. Now, okay, that wasn't too bad. Excellent. Okay, so now we're finally done with step 8. Got our book with our LEDs sticking out of it. Cool. And on to 9. So that's working on this side now. And we got all these, yeah, all these going here. I just colored the edges of the books black this time. I didn't try and get all fancy. And somewhere in here there should be a, yeah, there's our binder. So let's go together like so. Drop this through. Yep. Okay. Right. And then this goes into those two. Very snugly. Now, all these little, at least they're not individual books, but they're a little library. It's got a picture of how they're supposed to be arranged, but I don't think there's any hope of me actually following that. I may give it a shot and see if I can figure it out, because they're not, because they're supposed to combine the little ones into solid shells, which just seems like an extra step to take. So I'm just going to position them in dry, and then I'll come back and hit them with the glue to hold them in place. It actually looks like we're going to have anchors at the top and bottom eventually. Got the tabs for them, so I was contemplating throwing a bit of glue on there to make sure it stays where we want it to, but I think I'm going to leave that be. Okay. So let's see. I'm just going to actually give them a shot. Start with the big ones. Just randomly toss them in here and there and everywhere. There we go. Yep, we can get some up here in the way top bit. Obviously not going to be the big ones up there. Got some. Looks like they're supposed to stacked sideways, I think. Probably. I think we're going to have plenty. Got our little bitty guys on that sort of thing. That seems to be a good spot for the teeny tiny ones like that. Ooh, actually this one's, I think that one's, looks like it's shaped perfectly to drop in there. on the edge. Yeah, I have one going the other way. Not that sharp, I don't believe. Peek. Get that. No. Over there. Flip you. Over there. There we go. Still got plenty. I think I'm actually in here. I have it leaning sideways when the time comes. Yeah. They're not having like smooth sides, or the stacks aren't even, so I'm assuming they're supposed to be laying over. Was on this one. One more nice little gap right here. Alright. That's what I'm feeling. I think that's seems like a good distribution of books. Nothing. Yeah. Yep, I'm sticking with that. So get out the old B7000. And I guess I'll just start at the bottom and work my way up. Can't do it. Fingers in there. So I'm gonna hit the books instead of the shelf just to hopefully keep it somewhat neater. I hadn't got it on my fingers already. Right on the LCDs. Should be an easy one here. Big one. Way over. Okay. Wedge them in there. Going, yeah, everybody stay on the bottom. Okay. Darn, I was hoping that was three. Oh, one big one. Make sure nobody's defying gravity on me. How far down it is? Okay. Got that one right? Yeah. Okay, I see the glue now. Okay. Okay. Tweezers it off one last time before I start ripping these teeny tiny leaves. Okay, got it. Now, take a, yeah, I got our window frame to go in next, just around our. That's sort of covering up our little studs there with the frame. It looks like nice and. All right. Debating. Let's see, what am I doing next? Take a quick peek. Okay, I get to set this on the side, so I'm gonna use the B7000 on this as well. I was debating whether to use super glue or the B7000, but I think get a little bit more adjustment with the B7000. Get a chance to make a mistake and fix it, I hope. Dots all around. Okay. Okay, that suits me. Set you aside so I'm not bumping you. Get your flats on. Alright, okay. Looks like we get to do one more batch of books like that. Got my eye in so I know what I'm. Well, I hate to say I know what I'm doing because I've at least got a plan of action now. Okay. Leave that yet, so cap that. And let's see, it's got the other side of our. Well, got a nice. It looks embossed, but that's just printing. I thought that's sort of really good printing on there, I think. Okay. Go through you. You. And it moved on me. Okay. Another set of bookshelves. Another batch of books. No LCD screen over here for any mess this one up though. Let's start with the big boys again. That one's a little gap in it, so I need a tiny one to drop in there without going there sideways. I don't think there's any smaller stacks that would have went sideways. I'll figure them out later. Let's get the big ones out of the way because I know they obviously got to go on these bigger shelves. Sort of trying to randomly hit them. Ooh, that go in. I like the look of that up there. And this tiny oops, right there. Yeah. Keep looking at the. Of course, I want to pick up. I want to put them on their side because they're stepped on both sides. So I'm assuming that means it has to go sideways. I want to overdo the sideways ones like I did on this shelf, but. Three left, a little bitty one. Little bitty one in there. Sort of floating. Here. Okay. Let's a little closer for this. This is going to be another. I think I'll do them from the top, and I'll try and move my thing up so we get a good view of what I'm doing here. Hopefully. I'm glad this big batch sort of fit in there. I think that's a nice look. And it'll be 7,000. Let's do the little one first because I'll make it. Big guy, yes. Not much mass here, so it doesn't take a lot to glue to make these work. I hope. I really like if these would stay together when okay. If I can get glue on that little one without knocking it out, it'll be, yeah, prime time now. That made life a lot easier, I think. thrilling commentary, I'm sure. You'll appreciate that. Keep forgetting I zoomed in, so I hope I didn't get too far out of frame on that one. I'm going to do that leaning the other way. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I like it better that way. Down. Okay. First set of bookshelves out of the way. I think we got a couple more of those to make before it's all said and done. But I also think that's quite long enough for tonight. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Oh, where'd my? Oh, plug must go. I think that's where our plug's supposed to come out. Yeah, because that seems to be the only one that can accommodate the USB plugs. Let's set you aside. Pop you in. Let's see what. Okay. Okay, so that's, I think, I guess I should read the instruction manuals. Let's see, I got, how many modes do we got? Okay, so that. Okay. I guess I should have read the instruction manual. Okay. I'm not sure I'm turning the lights off, that it's flashing. But I did have, like I say, the screen, I may have broken it, but it did work earlier today, so I'll try and read the instruction, get a better idea how to make it come on. I'm sure it's somewhere in there. But I am going to call it a day for there. A little bit backwards and forwards on that first bit, so that seems, well, maybe I'm just out of it right now. Holiday weekend threw me off. I don't know. This thing constant kid missed all the instructions. But thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel there. I do experiments a couple of times a week. I think I'm going to put another one up today because I forgot to yesterday. This is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and here's the playlist for this whole build. See you tomorrow.